If this is your evening with your significant other, you haven't been to a movie in 3 months, and you want to go and see a movie, you can skip this one. Go see Thor. Go see Top Gun. Go see whatever else is in the theater right now, because this one will leave you underwhelmed. You'll leave out kind of like, it was all right. I mean, I've heard some people say it was trash, it sucked, whack, terrible. What was that? So Jordan Peele released Nope. Now, we trust Jordan Peele because he's been 2 for 2. He's got Get Out, he's got Us. We've loved both of them. Now he's released Nope, and I saw it. And after I saw it, a whole bunch of people asked me, what did you think about it? Should I go see it? A lot of people asked me, is it worth the money? Is it worth going to the movies? The biggest question that kept coming up was, is it good or bad? And that's where it gets a little tricky. If you are a person who calls movies films, and this is a movie for you. If you like seeing a movie every now and then, and sometimes you can go months without seeing movies, you might be able to skip this one in theaters. And I feel like this is one of those movies that's really just for people who love to talk about movies. This is a film. This was Jordan Peele's attempt to get away from that whole Hollywood kind of big blockbuster kind of movie. He didn't feel the need to give us Us. He didn't feel the need to give us Get Out in this one. No, this is one that had a lot of social commentary. I went to see this movie with one of my friends. After the movie, I was thinking to myself, like, wow, I can't wait to get on Reddit, see what people are talking about, because I have a whole bunch of questions, theories, ideas. Then we got in the car, my friend and I, and he looked at me and he was like, man, I really thought you would have picked Thor. I don't know why I thought you would have picked Thor, not that movie.
Boy, it's good. Mm-hmm. Good and terrible.
That's exactly the way that I was feeling when I was in there. People were laughing. I don't know who I was in the theater with, but they would tell a joke, and meanwhile, everybody in the theater was, oh! Tears coming down their faces. I'm like, maybe it's just not for me. Maybe this isn't. I'm thinking that's what it was. Maybe it wasn't my humor. This isn't a movie for me. It wasn't for Jonathan. But then I was able to do what I love to do after the movie, and I was able to go back, do my research, look it up on Reddit, see what other people were talking about, and wow, it all pieced together. And now I'm like, man, I really need to go back and see it again because woohoo. But like, sometimes you don't feel like doing all that. Sometimes you feel like going to a movie, watching it, enjoying it, and that's just it.
Good and terrible.
The cinematography was great. The sound design. If there's one reason why I would suggest you go into the theater actually see this movie, it's because of the sound design. There's some things where you can hear some noises coming from over here, and you're like, what's going on? And then there's some things where you hear some sounds over there, and it's like, wow, this is really like tying the whole story together. And that part is like my biggest. If you're going to go see it in the theaters, because of the sounds that really tie the whole story together. Then there are all the elements that I didn't really like. Biggest one being the humor. Again, it wasn't really humor for me. I just felt like the story wasn't that full. Like there would be some things that would be touched on, but then they wouldn't get very deep into those plot lines that were being touched on. Have you ever had a project? I feel like everybody who's ever done a project, who's ever been in school or whatever, you've had a project, get a deadline a month away, big project. And you look up and you have 3 days left until you have to turn this thing in. That's what I felt like the production was like. Like the studio called up Jordan Peele. Hey, what's going on, Jordan? You've got 3 more days and we're going to need the finished product. And he went into the editing bay. He said, hey guys, we've got 3 days. And they looked at him and they said, hey Jordan, we are 3/4 of a way through Act 1 out of 3 acts. So what do you want us to do? And we creators, we have a saying that's like, finished is better than perfect. And it's almost like Jordan Peele was like, hey, you know what? Finished is better than perfect. Let's wrap this thing up. And so there were some things in the middle I felt like could have been expounded upon a bit more. The ending was kind of very sudden. And then the people who, really into artsy films, oh, genius, brilliant. We loved it. So I a person who loves films and things like that. But really, when I went to go out to see a movie with some horror elements in it, some humor mixed in. I don't have to see it again to get it. If I want to see it again, it's to enjoy it. But this one, I feel like I would just go and see it again to find the little nuances that I missed. And odds are, you can skip this one in theaters. Wait for it to come out on streaming. It's a good movie, especially once you do all the research and find out the backgrounds and people's theories and all this kind of stuff. For most of people watching, you can pass on this one. If I were to rate it, I gave it a 6 out of 10. Jordan Peele did what he aimed to do in this one. He gave us an original movie, an original film. Looking forward to what Jordan Peele is going to bring us next time. I don't know if he's going to stick with the movies that you have to research and look up the meanings and look up the origins of what this thing looked like and that thing looked like. If he does, I think we'd be okay with that too. As long as he does it in a way where when we leave out, we're like, yeah, that was great. That was nice. I got that. I can talk to everybody. I can talk to everybody about that. We can talk about that at the office, around the water cooler, in the Zoom chats during the meetings. 6 out of 10 for now. All right, y'all. I am Jonathan Smith, Johnny D. Smitty. Go ahead and like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you think, because I want to know if you went. I want to know what your thoughts on the movie were. I want to know some of those things that you caught that maybe you think that no one else caught. Let me see those in the comment section below. And of course, go ahead and share this video with some friends. Thank you for watching, and I will see you all in the next movie review. Peace.